Well, if he's right, then why didn't people vote for the former prosecutor who actually had policy plans to...
Whoopi, Goldberg, and The View scrambling to keep their cool. You thought Bill Maher's takes were hot before? Well, buckle up, because this time he's going after Whoopi Goldberg, and the shockwaves are still rocking daytime TV. We all know Bill doesn't hold back, but his recent remarks about The View and Whoopi Goldberg have truly taken things to another level. Bill's brutal takedown of Whoopi has raised some serious questions. Is this the end of the road for Whoopi on The View? Or is this just another chapter in the never-ending saga of mainstream media drama?
And black people can't afford to indulge rich white people's need to endlessly flagellate themselves.
The View on full alert, and why Bill Maher's words might just be the nail in the coffin for Whoopi's career on the show. Hold tight. This story is way more than just a heated argument. It's about canceling culture, hypocrisy, free speech, and the power struggles behind the scenes of TV's most controversial talk show.
Stop saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma.
Now, we all know Bill Maher has never been one to sugarcoat things. The comedian, commentator, and host of Real Time with Bill Maher isn't exactly known for his gentle touch with controversial subjects, but his recent remarks about The View and Whoopi Goldberg have truly taken things to another level. Bill Maher has made it clear he believes The View has lost its way, and he's not shy about calling it out.
There's no such thing as karma, sorry. Sorry, but life is random.
It all started when Bill went on a blistering tirade about mainstream media's approach to controversy. He specifically went after The View, accusing the show of being hypocritical and stifling dissenting opinions. Maher doesn't mince words, and when it comes to The View, he's fired shots at everything from their so-called diversity of thought to their cancel culture mentality.
The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
You see, Bill doesn't just talk about politics. He goes straight for the heart of what's wrong with the system, including the media institutions that push narratives, not dialogue. So when Whoopi Goldberg's name came up, Maher wasted no time in bringing the heat. Bill claims that The View has become a place where only one side of the story is allowed to be told, and anyone who dares to go against the grain is immediately silenced. Well, he wasn't going to let that slide.
Well, if he's right, then why didn't people vote for the former prosecutor?
So, what exactly did Bill Maher say that got people's attention? You're not gonna believe it. Maher didn't just take issue with Whoopi's on-air antics. He called out the entire premise behind the show's approach to hot topics. The first big moment came when Maher hit Whoopi where it hurts. Hypocrisy. Whoopi Goldberg, known for her fiery rants, had been suspended before, but this time, Maher went a step further. In a public segment, Bill referred to Whoopi's previous controversial Holocaust comments, pointing out how easily she was forgiven because of her celebrity status, only to come back to the same issues. Bill argued that no one on the show, especially Whoopi, was ever held accountable for their opinions or their role in pushing divisive rhetoric. Maher didn't stop there.
Who actually had policy plans to help the working class.
His criticism didn't just target Whoopi's past comments, but the entire structure of The View. He called out the show's safe spaces for opinions that only aligned with their left-wing narrative. Bill's scorching critique wasn't just aimed at Whoopi, it was a direct attack on the show's culture of exclusion. And that hit home for Whoopi. She couldn't just sit back and let that slide. Oh no, she wasn't backing down. It wasn't just a war of words, it was a full-out ideological battle that set the stage for what would come next.
Statues of Lincoln and get rid of the police. Just, no, it's not that I've gotten old, it's that your ideas are stupid.
Bill Maher's words didn't just rock the boat, they sent it straight into a storm. Social media exploded. The hashtag number Whoopi suspended was trending before you could even blink. Whispers began circulating that Whoopi Goldberg was about to be fired, or at least suspended from The View after Maher's brutal takedown. Now, this isn't the first time that Whoopi's controversial remarks have landed her in hot water. She's faced scrutiny before, particularly after her comments about the Holocaust. But this time, it was different. This time, it wasn't just her words causing trouble. It was the fallout from Bill Maher's scathing critique that had The View producers scrambling. Rumors flooded social media.
Appreciate that people are having a hard time. Me too.
Yeah.
I work for a living. If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here.
Some believed the suspension was the result of Bill Maher's relentless attacks on Whoopi's credibility, forcing the producers' hands. Others pointed to Whoopi's ongoing clashes with her co-hosts and higher-ups as a bigger issue. But what's even more bizarre? The View's internal dynamics seemed to be unraveling. Staffers were reportedly at odds with how to handle the situation.
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected. So the term woke has been, in my view, co-opted by...
While Whoopi's loyal fans defended her, saying she was merely taking a step back for her own peace of mind, critics pointed to Bill's fiery commentary as the straw that broke the camel's back. Let's talk about what Bill Maher was really driving at here. This isn't just about Whoopi Goldberg or The View. This is about canceling culture, and Bill Maher is done with it. He's made his position clear. People shouldn't lose their jobs or face consequences for simply speaking their minds, even if their opinions are unpopular. Maher has long criticized the culture of shutting down anyone who dares to challenge the status quo, and he sees it as a serious problem in today's media landscape.
Great thing. Alert to injustice. Who's not for that? But words do migrate. Now, I'll use any term you want.
Maher argued that The View had fallen victim to the very same cancel culture they so often criticize. According to him, The View thrives on pushing its own liberal agenda, but punishes anyone who dares to offer a different perspective, especially when it comes from conservative voices like Caroline Leavitt or Bill himself. The irony? The View prides itself on being a platform for diverse opinions, but Bill's takedown revealed a serious flaw in that claim. The View only wants speech that aligns with its narrative, and Whoopi Goldberg, despite her legendary status, may have become a casualty of that very system.
Super far left, but don't tell me the left
Or maybe the super far right.
Well, he's talking about the left. Well, then
Okay, but we talked about that.
To Maher, the constant demand for apologies, suspensions, and accountability for controversial opinions is symptomatic of a larger issue in mainstream media, one that favors echo chamber thinking over free, open dialogue. He pointed out that as much as The View claims to embrace diverse voices, they only want those voices if they conform to their liberal values. The moment someone challenges their narrative, like Bill did, or even Whoopi on certain occasions, those voices are quickly silenced. This, according to Maher, is the very essence of cancel culture.
Astounding to me that they can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. I mean, just morally. I mean...
Whether Whoopi comes back after her suspension, or if her career on The View is over, remains uncertain. But Bill Maher has certainly left his mark on the show, and it's one that's forcing the audience to ask, are we getting the truth or just another agenda? So what does this all mean for Whoopi Goldberg? Is this the end of the road for one of daytime TV's most iconic hosts? While there are still whispers and rumors, one thing is certain. Bill Maher's unflinching commentary has put Whoopi's position at The View under the microscope. The question on everyone's mind is whether this controversy will be the tipping point for Whoopi's long-standing tenure on the show.
All right, so Hamas needs to be destroyed because they are a terrorist organization who say openly that they want to commit genocide on the Jewish people.
As the public debates continue, one thing is clear. Maher has managed to expose a deeper issue. For years, The View has prided itself on promoting free speech, but Bill's takedown revealed a serious flaw in that claim. The View only wants speech that aligns with its narrative, and Whoopi Goldberg, despite her legendary status, may have become a casualty of that very system. After all, when you've been a staunch advocate for free speech, but the moment you express an unpopular opinion, you're punished. How genuine can that freedom really be?
And stop calling for the annihilation of Israel and all the Jews.
Whether Whoopi comes back after her suspension, or if her career on The View is over, remains uncertain. However, it's hard to ignore the fact that Maher's words have only intensified the scrutiny of the show's structure and what it stands for. The true nature of The View, a show that once championed diverse perspectives, might now be called into question. But Bill Maher has certainly left his mark on the show, and it's one that's forcing the audience to ask, are we getting the truth or just another agenda? So, where does all of this leave us? What does this mean for the future of The View? And what about the bigger picture here? What's next for mainstream media? One thing is clear. Bill Maher is winning the battle for public discourse. He's not afraid to say what others won't, and that's what makes him such a powerful force. For The View, the future is uncertain. Will they embrace the chaos, or will they backtrack and go back to their safe, scripted debates? What's really at stake here isn't just Whoopi Goldberg's career, it's the future of free speech, cancel culture, and the role of mainstream media in shaping our conversations. So, let's hear from you. Do you think Bill Maher was right to call out Whoopi and The View? Was she unfairly targeted, or did her words finally catch up with her? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Celeb Titbits for all the latest updates on the biggest media showdowns. This one is far from over, and we'll be keeping you in the loop with every twist and turn.